Hello everyone, and welcome to the Forts Pro League Finals, where today we're going to be broadcasting live matches for the Season 4 finale of the Forts Pro League, and ladies and gentlemen, I am looking forward to this. We'll be starting out with the bronze match that'll be Cannon's winner versus Giat in a best of 5 to determine who gets 3rd place and who gets knocked out of the top 3 positions. So without further ado, hello everyone, and thank you for stopping by so early as we are just getting started here. It's gonna be a good time all around. You got a fair few minutes before we'll be jumping into the action, so make sure to sit back, relax, and get yourself all set up and excited. Make sure you've got your snack, make sure you've got your drink, and well, I will see you guys shortly. But first, let's go ahead and introduce everyone who will be joining us here in the voice chat. We have 42 Scientist, who's doing all the cat herding, or at least most of it, and keeping things running smoothly behind the scenes. Go ahead and say hello.
Greetings. Yes, I will be trying my best to have all the players always here.
Yes, that and putting the lobby together and making sure that everything is correct in terms of the players and their operation, and also be joined by Nose.
Hello, Incursus. How you doing, man?
I am doing very well. Nose, as you guys know and love, is a favorite developer. Does most of the community outreach and interaction. So if you guys have questions for Earthwork Games or the Forts developers specifically, make sure to shout out to Nose, as he likes to lurk into the chats and read everything. And so don't worry, your comments will not be missed, although it will not likely be replied to, as you guys may know. We are on a pretty hefty delay here to make sure that the players don't have to worry about anything like stream cheating, or as it were. There's no spying through the competitive experience, so won't be doing much in the way of live reactions to chat, but we will be watching, and at some points we will be responding to them. It's usually how that works. So let's go ahead and show off the bracket, so if you haven't seen it before. If you haven't seen the bracket and how we got here, well, make sure to join and check out the YouTube channel, where you can watch all of these games played live and get them as they were. So spoilers! But this is the current bracket, how we got here. And we only have 2 matchups left. Best of 5 for the bronze match, that's Giat and Cannon's winner. And then the grand final to determine 1st and 2nd place, Folium Veride and Gunners United. That'll be a best of 7. And I'm very excited. Much looking forward to that one. Honestly, I'm honestly kind of looking forward to the 3rd place match almost more. In part because the 3rd place match tends to be a bit memey, and in part because I think the matchup is probably a bit more even. And yeah, both teams involved in the bronze match are known for memes. And don't get me wrong, I like the competitive aspect. You know, I've fawned over competitive builds and the players who do them so pristinely. But like, the bronze matchup here just looks like a cannon accelerator waiting to happen. Maybe like a howitzer accelerator waiting to happen.
I heard some of the players talk, and there will be some shenanigans going.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if there wasn't. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
It should be extremely entertaining.
That's my thought. So looking forward to seeing how that's going to turn out. The same thing with the finals. So we've got quite the nice lineup here.
We have a kind of an expected lineup, I suppose, with Eaton ending up in the finals again.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
He's so consistent. It's insane how consistent he is.
Yeah, I'm not at all surprised to see that. That is not a surprise to me. It's rarely a question of who's in first, so much as who does he stomp along the way to get there. And that is kind of what makes it interesting, because you get all these different matchups. Because it's very rarely like the same person in 2nd and 3rd and 4th place. Because we have, with the exception of the outlier, we have quite a wide variety of players that come to join and compete and make it to the end. This time it's Gunners United. Gyat making it to potentially third place, I think, is new. But we will see.
Yeah, do you think Gunners United have what it takes to take on the Folium Viridae, Eton and Drinistian?
If I were a betting man, I would say that Gunners United might take a game off of them. Folium Viridae, Eton generally isn't unkillable. It's just really difficult, and most of the time when we see him defeated, it's off the back of some unexpected event, you know, like the skill gap happening, or drunk nuke swarming around the backside. And a lot of players will use strategies such as drunk nuke wraparound to eliminate players, like, as their primary strategy. So when you do something like that, you can absolutely get a game or two. But in a best of 7 where you have to win 4 times, that's asking a lot. I'm not gonna say it's impossible, it's just extremely unlikely. Which is, you know, the purpose and point of the design of a competitive series. The more experienced, the better players will come out on top more consistently. And Eton being the number 1 there makes it quite difficult to trump him to come out on top without you know, just being better. And I don't see that from Gunners United. They're not far behind, but I think it's enough of a gap to make it a consistent Folium Viridae victory here. You know, barring Eton purposely throwing all the matches, which he's not beyond doing for the sake of names.
I hope not. I hope not.
We will see.
I like seeing his skill, but I am definitely I like seeing the underdog win. I do. And,
absolutely.
Krieg and Durbenson, you know, best of luck to them.
Absolutely, they are really very good at the video game, and it is satisfying to watch, especially Durbenson. He's been like MVP a couple of times because he's like really good, especially the times when his teammate has been destroyed and he's been able to take over. He like pulls on Eton. And he just takes over and does everything and comes out on top. Like, it's going to be a good match. I'm very, very much so looking forward to it. And you know
he
what
has shown
happens?
to be very consistent.
Yes. I say he has a very Eton-like play style. And you know what the best part about this is? The winners of this are getting even more prizes from our sponsor, Alienware. Noah, why don't you go ahead and tell the audience what kind of prizes the FPL
Alienware they've been very generous and have donated a cool headset, mouse and mouse pad for the winners. And we've had a long standing relationship with Alienware from yonks ago when we added their alien effects technology to Fort. So if you had one of their keyboards or mice that lit up, the game would make them light up in relation to gameplay in the game. And so that was really cool. They asked us to do that, and they gave us some hardware to develop with, which was really nice. That was many years ago, and when we were, we've been trying to expand the Pro League and make it more and more, a larger event, get more people, more involvement with larger partners, to help with exposure and spreading the word and stuff. And when we approached them for the Pro League, they're like, yeah, let's do this. So it's really cool to have them on board.
Yes, it makes me so happy to see this kind of thing, especially because the players get more rewards. Yes.
They do. And further to this, things that we're exploring, although they're very far away, but just in terms of like we want the FPL to keep growing and become a bigger and bigger thing, and so we're going to look into some in-person events as well, hopefully at other gaming events where there's already a crowd of people for the bigger games that everybody knows. But if we could stand beside them with our little game here with a passionate small crowd, so we're going to explore some opportunities and options there of holding some of our events in front of a crowd. And so not exactly sure when and where, but these are all discussions we're having, which is kind of cool. So watch this space.
That is an interesting idea. That is a very interesting idea. I'm just imagining like a panel at TwitchCon or something.
Well, yeah.
Imagine being in a room full of sports players.
Can you imagine? That would be madness. Alright, so we'll be setting up the match here in a moment. While we do that, let's go ahead and check out the vetoes so we can see what the upcoming match will look like. Vetoes are the map picks and bans, both, well, for the picks and bans both for the map and the commander. We're going to show off the map picks and bans first. Looks like skylines and caverns are banned, so you won't see that uniquely co-op on death strategy in skylines. Starting on snow leopards. That's usually one we don't see picked immediately. The other ones are, so far, fairly standard. Balls will be the leftover match. And there's your meme strat. I am surprised to see snow leopards picked first. It makes me wonder, and it's picked by Gyat too, so like there's got to be some meme reason for that. I guess there doesn't have to be some meme reason for that. Snow leopards
I have no idea.
I have an idea, but like snow leopards is one of the big reasons why it's not picked very often is because of the double kill element of it. The top base, if it dies, kills the bottom base. So it turns this match into one player is the cause of the other player's death, like one teammate is the cause of the other player's death, and so there's this extra stress involved where you have to defend very specific ways, and it's kind of limiting in your strategies, while the dominant strategy is almost 100% of the time to destroy a specific spot on the opponent's base using a specific set of weapons, and it's like, But it is capable of doing some madness, and I'm curious to see how that's going to work out. And as we go into the commander bans, we can see what and get some more insight those strategies may be, as Scattershot and Firebird are both banned. Surprised to see Firebird banned. But Shock and Awe, Spook, Buster, Hurricane, picked Phantom, of course they both picked Phantom. Oh, Lord have mercy. What am I looking at?
Interesting commander choices.
So, the only normal commander choices here are Spook, Hurricane, and Armadillo. Everything else is... I can only imagine what they're going to do. Shock and Awe is one of those major cheese commanders, but is cheese in a strange... Oh. Are they going to self-destruct on the first map and then put a barrel in its place so they can keep co-op on death without needing the liability of a connector?
Well, that's possible.
I don't... Shock and Awe, especially the co-op on death, has some pretty interesting strategies. Because the whole concept of Shock and Awe is that you can remote control your fort. So that means you can do things like disconnect your fort, you can eject your core, still have access to your base, that kind of stuff. We don't often see Shakana in these smaller matches, 1v1s, 2v2s, because there's just not enough space to make it really worth remote controlling. Larger maps, 3v3s, 4v4s, you see Shakana a bit more, because you could generally maintain control over the entire map, even if you only have one core remaining. So I am curious to see what they're going to be doing with this. There's been a meme strat. Meme strat's not the right word. There's been a newish tech that's been going around with catapults. Shakana can be
Catapults
used with that.
Oh yeah.
I
Interesting.
highly
I would
doubt
not
we're
expect
going
this to happen, but
I would
why
not
not?
expect this to happen. Yes, as 42 has put it. But I'm thinking, would they be mad enough to try? I don't think so. I don't think so. Either way, the more direct cheese commander is Phantom. Both teams have picked Phantom. This is going to be madness. Phantom is the psychological warfare commander. Regardless of whether they use it or not, just being on the board as an option means that you have to play around it. Similarly, Moonshine is... Moonshine's an interesting pick. Moonshine is typically really popular in the 3v3s, 4v4s, as Moonshine specializes in artillery warfare, anti-portal, and anti-energy shield tech. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with that. I don't know what to make of these commander choices. To see Buster on both of them? What are you doing with Buster? I can't wait to see. I can't wait. It's gonna
Buster
be...
is great. What do you mean?
Buster is great, yes. I do like Buster. Buster makes me happy. I have no idea what they're gonna do with this. This does not help me. Okay. Alrighty then. So all we need is the players in the lobby, and then we'll jump into the action. As we'll be starting up here in a few minutes. Remember, this first match will be a best of 5. We have up to 5 matches. At least 3. Starting out on Snow Leopards. I think we're gonna see Shock and Awe start for Snow Leopards. If I were a bet.
Helicopter is busy in a 3v3 with Eaton.
They're always
He asked
playing.
me how much time before I get disqualified, and he will just juice every single minute.
I know, I know.
Yeah, we should get him in here.
Yeah, he has 7 minutes left before being officially disqualified by the rules, and he knows it, so he will be there.
He will be here. It's just gonna take all 7 minutes.
Yes, let's just continue speculating on whatever strats.
Behind the scenes, the cat herding. The players are too busy playing forts to come play forts for on-stream competitive matches. This happens every time, for the record. It is not a...
Always.
This is usually what's going on, and why we have such a hard time getting players in at times, because what they do is we'll have a tournament, and the tournament will go for like 5 hours. But they like playing the video game, so instead of watching other matches, half the time the competitors will just go play the video game. They'll go do something like, I don't know, they'll go play battleships. It's a popular one. They'll go play fort ships or something. It's usually some mod or whatever meme they're doing at the time. Whatever having fun they're doing. And it is very rare that their matches line up with the next time that they are scheduled to play their their round. So I was like, oh yeah, come join at 3:30 where we have your next match to play. And they started a Forts match at 3:15, and it takes them 20 minutes to complete that match, so they're 5 minutes late. It's like every time. The best part is they didn't even have anything before this. This is the first match. They're still playing the game.
Looks like Ethan died, so he will be coming soon.
Oh lord. This is it happens every time. You love to see it.
Yay!
Hey, there he is. Ethan died,
That's
helicopter
way
shows
too-
up.
There's a direct correlation.
Yes. Alright then, so if the players are here, we'll be finishing setting up the match, and then we'll jump into the action. We'll be starting out here in about a minute or so. As we jump into the bronze match, Cannon's winner versus Team Gyat.
Do you have a hunch who's going to win this one?
No.
No, because they will all meme.
I am not even going to try. And
If I had to guess, I would still go 3-2 for Cannon's winner, but nah.
I'm not even gonna try. I would favor Cannon's winner in terms of raw skill, but
this is not a skill match.
that's
At this
what
point.
that's what I suspect. It could be. It could very well be. We may not see any memes. I highly doubt that's going to be the case. But given the obvious affliction of cheese with all these teams, the variance is going to be quite high, and it can't count out memes. So like I'm not even going to try. Just no predictions. Best of 5. Let's see how it goes.
All right, let's do this.
The best troll would lose. So their in-game commentary right now is "May the best troll win." Wait, no, the best troll would lose, because they troll too hard. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 1 of it's starting already. So I was right. I was right. Snow leopards. They picked Shakana to start it out with. They started out with Shakana. All right, good. I'm not completely insane.
And there they go.
That was
He
fast.
That was really fast.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Looks like we're gonna see a similar kind of madness from everyone involved. Alright, so here on the left-hand side, we have Cannon's winner, playing as the Phantom Commander. Wait, why would they eject so early? I have no idea what's going
I
on.
think you are trying to reason this, and there is no reason behind this.
You know what? Fair enough. On the other side, on the right-hand side, we have Team Gyat playing as the Shakana Commander. I fully expect the top fort for Team Gyat to get ejected here in about 30 seconds. Maybe they delay it a bit because Cannon's winner is already ejected, but I am expecting a core ejection pretty soon out of Gengar, out of Team Gyat. But so I'm going to talk about it as if some sense is here. I don't know how to do that right now. What is happening on the right side? A Cannon's winner team on the left-hand side here is playing the Phantom Commander. Phantom Commander's the peak Pinnacle Cheese Commander. The reason for that is you can hide all of your things. You can misdirect, you can place fake technology, fake everything for that matter. And what you do is you generally feign that you're doing one thing and then do another. And the other thing that you usually do is most often going to be rockets. Rockets, maybe mortars, something mid-games. You'll do something like say, oh, I'm faking going missiles, and then suddenly it's rockets, or I'm faking going cannons, and suddenly it's rockets, or faking going, I don't know, what lasers, and it's mortars. Something of this sort. And you blindside your opponents with so much early game, so quickly, that you win the game just outright and directly. And in case you don't do that, you can do the same kind of thing with, I don't know, expose yourself to laser spam and say, hey, I'm going lasers, and suddenly it's 3 or 6 cannons, which is just, you know, wonderful. We clearly are not seeing that here, so I don't know what the plan is. I would think it would have involved this top base, but clearly the top base is not involved. It's just, they're just making sure that they are at a disadvantage going into the first round. Whereas on the other side, I have no comment.
None of
this
Gengar's
makes
made
sense.
he's made a
Butterdog
monolith.
who's ejecting the core. Why are you like this? Of all the cores you could eject, you only have 2. Why has it got to be the bottom one? Just to be different? Alright, well, this is happening.
This is happening.
Or is it? Yes, he's reconstructing the core area to... Okay, well... This is happening. He's being very careful about this. None of the base, by the way, here looks reasonable. So this is the most dispenseful core ejection I've ever seen. You know, interestingly enough, left side looks like they're going with...
Oh,
he tried. He
after
tried
all
so
that.
hard.
He tried.
He tried so hard to prevent that from happening, and it just didn't work out. As I was saying, left side actually looks like they're going for something akin to a normal-ish build. It's just raw economy. Oh boy.
What is this?
I don't... It's all madness. It's all madness. I do wonder if some kind of catapult. No, that's just swinging. They were just swinging.
I don't think.
I don't
just
think
trying
so.
to get it out of the way.
Why?
But maybe
Wait.
they are trying to swing something. No, I don't think it will work. Not like this, at least.
I don't see how to make this work. Those are both invisible and fake.
Yeah, they're fake. They won't blow up as much as...
So those are fake howitzers, but typically used when you want to make your opponent panic about something.
Now they know.
Now they know, yes. But they're also invisible, so the opponents can't see them. That said, they don't have to see them to know that there's something there. And so the snipers from Team Gyat are sniping them, but that's going to make it obvious that they are both invisible and fake. And also howitzers. Oh, it's anti-buzzsaw tech.
Really?
Except for that.
It didn't work very well. But it's anti-buzzsaw tech. Okay, I see.
I mean, They would get one shot by the first boss, so the two others would just go through.
This is true.
I don't think this is efficient, but so tech.
I have to agree.
Oh wow.
And it all comes crumbling down. I must say, I have never seen anything like this. Not even once. Not even a little bit. I'm not even convinced this is anti-buzzsaw tech. Like, I don't... What am I looking at?
You are looking at insanity.
Yes. I'm trying to figure out what Cannon's winner is going to do next. Like, try to guess. And I don't know the answer to that question. I'm thinking it is actually going to be howitzers. On the right-hand side, you got... I'm trying to figure out what they're going to do next. They don't have tech. They do have miniguns in construction. They don't have much else going for it, so I don't know what...
This is a lot of foundations.
It is. I don't know what
At least
he's
I don't
doing with
think.
that.
I would have to double check what I just said.
So, what he's commenting on is this up here. Which is... I can't think of a functional reason to do that. I think it's just pretty, is what's going on. Everything about this confuses me. Alright, we have some engineered structure coming out of Cannon's winner on the upper left corner there.
What even is this? Oh, is that a 4? Yes, that is a 4.
Alright, we have artistic liberties.
Next would be a 2, I guess.
He's gonna be a 2. We have 42
Yes.
making an appearance.
Insane. I hope he chooses his next words very carefully.
Why should just be an exclamation point? It's an actually pretty good drawing there for text making. Uh-oh.
Probably is coming next.
Oh dear.
Yeah, this S is a bit sketchy, but I
Okay,
will
we do
accept
have
it.
some kind of catapult going here.
Mm,
No? No. Maybe.
An attempt.
Okay.
Oh, pink, okay. What is this next one?
Oh dear. Oh, there it is. Okay,
Okay.
so we do have,
Oh, wow.
and he gets it underneath. That's gonna go like all the way back there. He's bringing that thing way far away.
Oh wow.
This is something I've had fun
So funny.
playing with, actually, a little bit just off cam. This is one of the fun things about forts. So this is something that makes forts interesting, especially to a lot of the casual players. You can just do things like this, and click and drag around and like travel around the entire map and build wild structures. It's like, as we've described it, Polybridge.
Yep, he's doing it.
Oh.
Looks like that didn't stick for some reason.
Yeah, I suspect we're gonna have to get him in trouble for that.
Yeah,
probably.
he's. Yeah, I would disqualify him for that.
On the other side, we have somewhat more suspicious art on the right-hand side, dangling there. Not
Very
not
suspicious
fully
indeed.
completed. Yes. So, at some point, cannons will sing. We do have 4 cannons, a howitzer, and 2 fire beams for cannons winner. What is happening here? I'm just looking at all the individual components, trying to guess what they're going to become before they become. Oh, the 4 is gone.
Rip that 4. I wonder who that 2 is.
The world would never know.
Never mind.
Now it's 15. These are mortars from below. But they're a little bit too far back to do any real damage. Is that true? They might be okay. They might be able to do some damage there. What I'm curious
think they
about
can shoot here.
is this dangle in front of the buzzsaws on the right-hand side. I don't know what that is, or what that's going to be. Oh, the mortars can actually land from there. Neat. Well, the mortars are gone. They did not survive.
Letter by letter, piece by piece, it is going away.
Shredded. That's a lot
They
of
don't have
firepower for
nearly enough
cannons
energy.
side.
Energy
Yeah, no,
or,
this is
like,
not a...
storage.
They're sitting there with
They
11k
need like
in the
triple
bank.
this.
Yes. Gyat on the right-hand side has plenty of energy, though. Sitting at 32k and no weapons to use. Although they are reconstructing their mortars. This is still going. Oh, it's gonna be Gyat!
Oh, wow.
They're gonna write Gyat inside their base with disconnected core.
Oh, that would be
Structure.
very funny.
I don't think they're going to survive long enough. I think. Well, Cannon's Winner actually
It was a
isn't getting
test.
aggressive. They're not getting aggressive with it. They just fired 1 cannon shell.
Just in case they get returned to senders.
Yes. As the dangle of mortars is coming back to life.
Oh, okay.
Oh. The miniguns retaliate. And it's gone. Kind of surprised to say they didn't move it back. The most limp mortars. The most flaccid of mortar shots. That was unfortunate. Oh, they're not quite making it. So close, but not quite. Oh dear. Alright, the ceasefire has once again... Well, I spoke too soon. I was about to say the ceasefire has once again returned. But, Yacht bringing the mini gunners back to bear. Oh dear. That's a lot of fire beams coming online for Team Gyat. I just love how they have this underside dangle going on here. Okay, so things have cooled off. We have returned to meme as the massive bridge. So here's the thing. If one of those barrels goes off, they all go off. The entire thing comes crumbling down. And at some point, these mortars, and we're probably beyond that point. I think the topmost mortars are no longer capable of dealing damage without self-destructing the entire thing. And, yeah, there it goes.
Oh, unfortunate.
But it was so pretty, though. The chain reaction. The longest chain reaction.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
There we go.
there it is. Surprise.
Yes, surprise.
I didn't expect it to end that way. Didn't even make it to 20 minutes. I know, right? Good lord. So that was, interesting.
Yeah. I'm gonna make the call here and disqualify Cannon's winner over their behavior there. I think that was a bit
I think that is
rude
yes.
of them and showed a bit of disrespect. So yeah, that's the end of Cannon's winner. Let's move on to a match that we're all really interested to see, and have Folium Verde versus Gunners United for the finals.
Alrighty.
Alright, I will be letting the other players for the finals know to come now.
Yes, please.
Alright.
Alrighty. Alright then, we will be, after the behavior of one of the teams there, we will be going to the finals match, skipping the rest of the bronze match. So while we get that set up, we'll go over to a 5-minute break, so make sure to stretch, get a drink, and we will return shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Forts Pro League, where after an unfortunate start to our bronze match, we'll be jumping into the finals. I'm looking forward to this. We have Folium Veride versus Gunners United. The match is almost set up and ready to go, so let's go ahead and jump right into the bands. As we can show off the maps and the commander choices for the upcoming match. Looks like Balls and Vanilla are both banned. We'll be starting out with Wingman, and then moving on to Up and Down. I'm expecting rather vanilla, or I suppose standard type matches coming from the players so far. We will be seeing Skylines, at least very likely. Followed by Caverns, and if we need the tiebreak, onto Boonies 2v2. Let's go ahead and see the commander choices. I'm expecting some pretty samey commander choices here. Unless we have... So Overdrive and Firebird are both banned. Surprised to see Firebird banned again. But with Pinch Fist and Spook, Scattershot, Warthog and Seep. Will it be Pinch Fist and Scatter? Yep, called it. Hurricane and Eagle Eye. Moonshine, Warthog, and potentially Armadillo and Phantom. So we will see Phantom on the board, so Folium Veride will have to keep that in mind. There will always be a threat. So let's jump into the action, shall we? The players are almost ready to go. So I hope you guys are excited, hope you guys are ready, because the competitive match starts in about a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are ready. Hope you guys are excited. As we're about to start the finals match, the decider between first and second place, Folium Veride versus Gunners United. And right now, we're jumping into the action. And we start off with a mirror match. Here on the left-hand side, it's Team Gunners United. Der Benzin and Kriegsul playing as the Pinch Fist commander. They're facing off against their opponents. It's Team Folium Veride on the right-hand side. So this will be a mirror match, and it looks like everyone knows it's going to be a mirror match, as we're starting off with Pinch Fist openers for all fronts. So we have Pinch Fist on Pinch Fist Madness. Do we have... So this is... Not only is this a mirror match, but we're starting out... But it's like the same openers, the same strategy across the board. We have the same tech, both going workshop in the forward base, with armory in the rear base. And it's cannons for both forward bases. We'll see what the rear bases go for. But so far, it's like second over second, about the same build across the board. It's also both lasers. So this is lasers for both rear forts, and cannons for both forward forts. And they are within seconds of each other. So when I first started mentioning this, the expectation was that we were going to see some very similar play styles for both teams. I didn't expect it to be this aligned. This is like doing the exact same thing at the same time. It's just it's a mirror match in every sense. So I don't know what's going on here, other than that's not true. I know exactly what's going on here. I don't know what's going to happen, because this match will turn on a knife's edge, but as it stands, everything is just perfectly aligned on both sides. We may see a deviation here for the front two. Nope, we don't see a deviation at all. In fact, their Benzine gets his howitzer placed slightly faster than Eaton. We'll see if that makes a difference. It usually does. It usually makes a big difference. So we're going to have another 45-60 seconds before things get violent. When I say violent, I mean it's gonna get explosively destructive. Pinch Fist, as you guys know, tends to sell off their base. It gets very spindly, skeletalized, and thin. Very few defensive additions, and in exchange they get more weapons out quickly. And both teams are doing this. We're talking glass cannons slamming each other in the face. It's gonna be an interesting opener here, especially given that both teams are in sync with their timings and pretty even. Like, I mean, they even have the same weapons in the same places on their bases. Like, I don't... This is gonna be...
Looks like Benzine is a bit earlier on the cannon, though.
Yes, it is a bit earlier on the cannon. That's actually notably earlier on the cannon. We have Gunners United opening fire first, trying to hit the timing attack against Dranistian, but Dranistian's weapons are completed and will not be vulnerable to that. Actually, is that true? Yeah, they are completed, will not be vulnerable to the timing attack. Mostly because Pinch Fist. First howitzer fires.
Ooh.
Howitzers fire at the same time, collide midair. No damage dealt. Fire beam, plasma beam. Gunners United, full focus is eaten and no damage dealt. Time to retaliate. Fullium Verita deals some damage. Gunners United, topmost player, loses almost all of their turbines. I'm going to set them back a little bit, especially as they're using, as Kriegsul in the top left is using energy weapons. Needs a lot of energy. Full pass through. Ooh. clean pass through. Eaton just opening the door and receiving almost no damage in the process. Better.
That hurts.
That is going to hurt a lot, is what that is going to do. A beautiful focus fire. Gunners United takes a lot of damage, knocking Durbansin's core down to 84%. I kind of expected this to be decided already, but so far it hasn't been. Looks like Eaton's gonna turn to take a lot of damage.
Oh, good door snipe there.
Saved by Dranistian. Dranistian core sniping Kriegswool, and just like that, Gunners United. Oh lord,
This is very unfortunate.
That's a good word for it. Eaton self-detonating, causing a bit of internal damage, but nothing he can't repair. Certainly not nearly as much damage as Kriegswool took. Oh!
Oh, wow.
And that's it. Eaton goes down to the howitzer cannon combo. Oh, that's not good. Folium Veride, in this mirror match, is down one player. That's going to make it very difficult here. So, this is the part where they really need some door sniping to happen in order to come back from this. Now, Folium Veride does have plenty of lasers, and with plenty of lasers comes plenty of laser door sniping opportunities, as we see here. Kriegswool losing a fire beam. But of course, the problem is lasers have difficulty ending the game. So they're on a timer. And that timer is ticking every single time that howitzer fires. So there's not a whole lot of time they have here to make that difference. We see the instant action replay of the elimination. And there's that howitzer round. It's gonna be followed up by a few other shots. Firebeam, then probably cannon. Yep, oh, cannon just misses. I like this choice of going swarm missiles here. The reason I like this choice is it isn't immediately obvious that it's going to be swarm missiles, and as long as they keep them hidden, which I'm not sure they are actually hidden. No, those aren't hidden. They're only partially hidden, so there's a chance that Gunners United doesn't see it, but it's unlikely. It's very likely those are going to get upgraded to nukes, and the Gunners United will be prepared for it. But if it doesn't happen, then Folium Veride could get some massive and game-ending damage. Ooh, a 20 mil to the core. Folium Veride down to 31%. That timer, that clock, it's a ticking. Oh dear. The first nuke is under construction. Cannon follow-up. It looks like they're aiming for the laser position, trying to guarantee that no door sniping happens, or at least the door sniping stops. That's, very, very understandable. I'd be surprised to see this plasma from right side used without a door snipe opportunity. There's a door snipe opportunity. They're not using it this time. They let it go. Understandable. Makes me wonder if it's lack of energy as well. Cutting deep. Fire beam, plasma beam. Is it enough? Oh, not quite lined up. That could have been lethal if it was if the beams were properly focused. They didn't quite manage it. That's gonna give a little bit more time to right side to get those nukes online. Once Folium gets a sniper constructed, which they're working on right now, they can launch the nukes. And I think Gunners United will be entirely unprepared for this. I think they didn't see the nukes coming. Although, the counter-sniping from Gunners United removes all the snipers. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's it?
Oh,
Jeez.
So close to nuclear launch. But it doesn't matter. Gunners United takes round 1 through superior firepower. Very, very well done. Alright, give us a minute while we set up the next round. And let's check out some replays while we get ready. Yeah, that was just a beautiful howitzer shell. Howitzer with immediate cannon follow-up. No time to rebuild, just destruction. And here we have some good alignment. Look at that, the fire beam guaranteeing that it's open. And the plasma come here. Was that a secondary explosion off the battery? Did it? Huh. I thought I directly hit the core. Well done, Team Gunners United, in round 1.
Just going to try and sort out some ping issues with the players, and so it'll just be a short delay while we reconfigure.
All right. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're excited for the next round in this best of 7. We'll be starting here momentarily as we're just finishing up the configuration of the lobby.
Interestingly, Krieg is ranked 5 in the rankings, and Eaton is 11th.
He really fell off.
Kriegzul, grinding up the ladder. Alrighty then. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the players are ready. The match is made. Let's do this. And we're off to round 2 of this best of 7. Here we have it on the left-hand side. It's Team Gunners United. Kriegzul and De Benzine playing as the Spook Commander. Oh my, I like it. I like to see Spook. Because I once loved Spook as like the commander, which was my favorite. And now the other commanders are more interesting, generally. Spook is still very good, just not super interesting, I guess is the way to put it. Spook's gimmick nowadays is that she just kind of steals things, like money. All of it. Steals a lot of money. It's very effective. It's hard to go wrong with that. And they'll be playing against their opponents, Team Folium Veride. On the right-hand side in the red, Folium Veride is playing as the Pinch Fist Commander. They'll get to do the spindly base experience all over again. All right. So I'm looking for deviations from the usual builds, and I'm not seeing any, and I'm not surprised about that. Suffice to say that we have a particularly fast cannon rush out of Eaton and lower right fort. And what I imagine is going to be laser beams from Jornistian in the upper... Oh, no, it's all cannons all the way. Okay, so all cannons all the way for Team Folium Veride. On the left-hand side, we have an upgrade sensor and I have to say rocket tech. We have an armory for both players on the left-hand side, Gunners United, as well as an upgrade center for both players. So this is either going to be an early game rocket rush, or super late game heavy weapons after eco boosting. One of the two. So I do have to wonder how this is going to turn out, because the early game rocket switch is actually pretty strong, especially against Pinch Fist. It's Pinch Fist with the selling off of their defensive goodies to get internal tech and such. Oh, and the EMP goes down. That's not something you usually see. Typically the EMP is pretty darn safe, but getting hit by a buzzsaw and having its foundation strut knocked out, that'll kill it. And it did. Oh, rip Kriegsoul's goodies there. Fortunately, Kriegsoul is not Pinch Fist, and therefore did not sell off enough of his base to cause it to collapse when he loses the single strut. Oh dear. So, left side is saving up for heavy weapons. They have their technology completed, but they don't have the heavy weapons placed. Whereas, Folium Veride on the right has multiple heavy weapons about to be completed. So we are going to see some good damage coming out here very quickly. I expect it's going to be another 35-40 seconds. And then there's going to be a lot of firepower slamming into Gunners United. Gunners United seems to agree with this, and is setting up with defenses. Some of these defenses are anti-air. Most of these defenses are ablative armor via mass wooden structure.
Everything is very silent just before the weapons will be first shot.
Yeah, I think Eaton is angry, and at least
understandably
partially
so.
understandably so. I was gonna say, because like I will have some comments about things for later, but I think Eaton's out for blood now, and Kriegsoul is looking like a particularly juicy target. 5.5 minutes. We have double howitzer into double cannon follow-up. Kriegsoul will survive, but will not be happy about the experience.
Yeah, Eaton has the worst ping of the bunch, so I imagine that's going to be frustrating him.
Far. But I've been talking with like people who are in VC with him, and he doesn't complain right now. It's better than last game.
Yeah,
okay.
Good.
At least so far.
And that's a beautifully placed shotguns, I must say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those trenches are really good.
Very, very good shotgun trenches, knocking both howitzers out of the air. So this is
Defending
Gunners
each other.
United. Yeah, this is Gunners United strategy. They're going with the super late game eco maxing into heavy weapons eventually. And we're starting to see the cannons come online for Team Gunners United. We see their first cannon completing now. It'll fire here in a second. Whereas Team Falling Veride has very obviously had superior firepower for a long time and potentially game-ending damage right here. Doesn't quite make it, but core gets hit, got down to 95. There it is.
Wow.
Player eliminated. Gunners United loses a core. Doesn't lose their eco. That's important.
Oh.
Very key detail, yeah.
That is very important. They don't even lose the laser tech. Okay, so despite losing a core, they didn't lose the anti-air, they didn't lose the trench shotgun, they didn't lose the tech, and they didn't lose the eco. That... Gunners United is not weaker. Yeah, like this is... Gunners United has not been weakened by this damage here. Not meaningfully.
Oh, wow.
They are being really good on the shotguns.
They... Very much so. Yes. Yes and yes again. Like good enough that I wouldn't be surprised if we saw almost a full tech swap out of howitzers into more cannons. But man, Gunners United is sitting on maximum upgraded mines. This is not what you want. It's not what you want your opponent to have.
Dreniston is really probing for the shotgun.
Oh, what a shot.
Oh, that was a good hit. That's what you want to do. So,
Yep.
cannons as a tool generally don't penetrate super deep. We saw here a good example of cannons penetrating, but we don't often see that. Usually cannons just splash across the surface, penetrate just deep enough to guarantee good damage, but their main gimmick is that they just deal raw damage. Damage that has to be repaired. Repairs are kind of expensive when you're hit with a cannon, so what ends up happening is you don't penetrate your opponent and break something important. But instead you just slowly grind them down into the opponent not being able to repair and not being able to reconstruct lost equipment. When your team has maximum upgraded economy, it is very difficult to reach that point with cannons because you need so many more cannons. It goes from, oh, I have 3 cannons, you can't do anything, you can't repair anymore, to, oh, you can repair fine, now I need 6 cannons. Team Folium Veride does not have 6 cannons, not yet. Especially not after they get door sniped.
It was not even a door snipe, they just pushed through the doors.
It wasn't even a door snipe, they only had 1 door on it, so it just got destroyed.
I think they had
directly.
a couple, but they got 2 cannon shots in there.
Ah.
Anyway, that was a good shot.
A very good shot. So, at this point, Falling Veride has hit the point where Pinch Fist has done Pinch Fist things. They got their early damage out, they sacrificed their early game to get damage. And it worked. It worked, they removed they removed one of their opponents, but it just... They're stalling out. They don't have a late game play here. And they're getting outpaced. Ooh! Just as I say that, another heavy hit.
There we
that's
go.
it.
Yep.
For a
What
minute
an
there,
onslaught.
yeah, I was gonna say for a minute there, it looked like Falling Veride was actually gonna be in trouble. But no, off the back of some pretty clean and precise hits, they eliminate every player on the opposing team and take round 2 in this best of 7. Very well done.
Fear the angry Eaton.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Eaton says not even close. It was close. Let's go ahead and check out that final shot to see those beautiful cannon shells merging all in the same spot. I love watching 20s do their work. It's just so satisfying. These cannons hitting the mines. Oh. It's every time those mines get hit, it's a heavy repair cost because of 300 apiece, 300 metal apiece, with another 75 for the upgrade. That's a lot of damage, especially given that the mines are, you know, the thing that gives income. And the howitzer, finishing it all off. But yeah, that is your quintessential pinch fist versus not pinch fist commander. Especially against commanders like, well, Spook and Armadillo. Where pinch fist does everything to get their cannons out quickly, does a lot of damage. And then, if they don't end it, they get outscaled. And they were so very close there to getting outscaled. Like I was really worried there, especially once Folium Veride lost one of their cannons due to door snipe-ish activities. I was almost certain that Folium Veride was gonna have a really bad day for like the next 5 minutes, and maybe Eaton could do Eaton things to pull it back. But no, they just still had just enough firepower to break through and eliminate the final remaining core. But that's last round. And now, we're jumping into the next round. We jump into round 3 in this best of 7. Team Gunners United versus Folium Veride. Well, the strategies are revealed. Here we have on the left-hand side, it's open and exposed for everyone to see. It's Gunners United playing as the Seep Commander. You know what that means? It's gonna be missiles. We're gonna see the nuclear launch detected coming up here in about 4.5 minutes. 4 minutes probably by now. And well, their opponents on the right-hand side in the red, Folium Veride, know all about it. How? Do you ask? They're playing as the Spook Commander. The Spook Commander, one of its passives, is that it just straight up reveals to you what the opponent's commander selection is. And because it's specifically Seep, there is exactly one strategy that we see out of Seep, and it will be swarm missiles into nukes. So Folium Veride knows what they're going to be walking into here, and they're going to know the timings of this because, well, this map is particularly well engineered. And Gunners United is an experienced team, and so they know how to make things go as smoothly. And so we're going to see a rather predictable match from every player involved. And to be fair, Team Gunners United, they're not going to hide. They're not going to hide what they're doing. This is not a strategy that is sneaky. This isn't a surprise. This is a, I'm going to announce to you that I'm going to punch you in the face at the 4-minute mark. Good luck. It's gonna hurt, and it's gonna do a lot of damage. That's how this strategy works. Everyone knows it. No cheese is happening here. Everyone's going to be playing with their hands on the table, open for everyone to see, and it's gonna get stabby. It's gonna get stabby pretty quick. The question is only how well does Folium Veride defend against this? It does look like Folium Veride is going to go with the heavy weapons rush strategy, so we won't see high eco plays out of them. A lot of times we will see players just accept nuclear option and say, hey, we're gonna get nuked. That's fine, we'll just out-eco it. They'll go something like an upgrade center, defend with mass wood spam, and then get all their upgraded mines and turbines and outscale the nukes by virtue of having a stronger economy. We will not be seeing that this time. This time it's going to be heavy weapons, which are vulnerable to nukes, very vulnerable to nukes. Everyone involved knows this, so there's going to be some degree of defenses around it, and I suspect that's what we're seeing here at a Dranistian and lower right for it. With those extrusions out the front. Yeah, he's already building anti-swarm missile tech here to try to defend the turbines. We'll see if that works. We do see all 4 swarm missiles placed for Team Gunners United. The upgrade centers are a little late. Looks like they're focused a bit more on eco than getting the upgrade center down as quickly as possible. So we will see those swarms get launched probably a couple times before getting upgraded the nukes. Here come the swarms. Anti-air already on the board, clearing some of those swarm missiles. For the first time in the playoffs, we have seen swarm missile launches that did not successfully devour some turbines. Turbines are the favorite food of swarm missiles, and it's so very rare that swarm missiles are used and they don't destroy turbines. But this is one of those times where the turbines managed to survive. Mostly because Junistia knew they were coming and had a lot of time to defend them. Double nuke is under construction for Kriegzoll. So earlier I mentioned that the upgrade center was late. But it looks like the upgrade center is not late, it's never. So Derbensian is not going for nukes, he's going straight for... well, straight is not the right word, but he's going 2 heavy lasers after swarm missiles. So he's just going heavy lasers and getting swarm missiles along the way, which I think is just going to be additional support for the nukes out of Kriegzoll. So Gunners United is going to have a fairly varied
arsenal to defend against.
Available, yeah. It's gonna be interesting. Whereas Fulham Veride, I mean, it's a lot of anti-air, it's a lot of defenses. Don't think there's any other way to put that. There were some fairly wonderful trenches out of every player involved, and from Fulham Veride. So a lot of flak coming from a lot of different angles. Even angles like this, where it's behind the core and can only see slightly downwards. Can't cover himself, but can cover his teammate. That is a brave place to put a cannon there, Eaton. In front of the core and very nukeable. This is how things go back poorly. You take a risk like this, you get a little greedy. It gets nuked, causes a chain reaction, and everything crumbles to the ground. Howitzer actually coming out before the nuke. Dealing a lot of damage, but not enough to rip Kriegzoll off the top of the fort, top of the mountain there. Almost, but not quite.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh dear. How did that not collapse?
This is crazy stability.
Like, actually though. So this is what I was mentioning earlier about this map in particular, where the top base falls, takes the bottom base with it. And so the strategies almost always involve firing upon the top base until it stops existing. And then he went.
Straight for the core.
Okay.
Straight for the core, doesn't get the slice, and so the debris doesn't fall into Gunners United and eliminate both cores. But that's still a lot of damage, and it might just be enough. Because there's still a husk standing, Gunners United is able to reclaim their nukes. They actually still have both nukes and their metal production and their energy production. So while the core has been removed, we don't see a whole lot of loss of equipment and power from Team Gunners United. Those nukes should be fired here momentarily. That is brave using your sniper here. Yep, okay, well... You tried. Howitzer dropping in, aiming directly to the core. Alright, it looks like Gunners United is finally ready for a nuclear launch. Or not? They fire the swarms. Oh, they get one nuke. Don't have enough energy storage to launch both nukes. We need a few more batteries for
Doesn't
that.
do much.
Ooh, cutting deep, but not quite breaking the inner guard. The inner defenses. Gunners United holds the fire beam plasma beam combo. The sniping from Eaton is presence. Oh, you know, Eaton has been a fiend for killing mines this series. I wholeheartedly approve of this.
I guess it is his favorite food.
I am. It would be. It's mine too. Like, yes, please. Some iron heavy diet. So Eaton now gone up to double cannon in front of his core, which is brave. Looks like he's not gonna get punished for it. He's still quite brave. Ooh. So that laser, well, looks like it didn't do a whole lot. Actually did a lot. It did two major things there. One, it disconnected the top elements. With the top element gone, the missiles were disconnected. Which means that they are put on cooldown and have to rearm after being fired. Additionally, they destroyed the batteries. Laser destroyed the batteries there, and with those batteries gone, Gunners United no longer has the energy capacity to fire the nukes. At least not both of them simultaneously. Which is a big deal. Oh gosh, even more mines eliminated. Yeah, Felian Verita is just dissecting Gunners United here. This is not what you want to be, where you want to be as Gunners United. This is desperation. Oh, yep. Yeah, those nukes are gone forever. They're not getting those back in the foreseeable future. So Gunners United no longer has real income, nor do they have weapons. Yeah, this is just it. This is what checkmate looks like. It's just a matter of Folium Verita finishing it off. Go through the motions and end the round in their victory. Is it gonna be death by sniper?
Nope.
Nope. Laser
No.
beam. Very well played.
Oh, nice.
Folium Verite takes round 2 in this best of 7.
Round 3.
Round 3.
Round 3, you are correct. Takes round 3 in this best of 7. Going up to 2 wins. That's what I meant to say. Let's go ahead and check out that wonderful replay. The action cam.
That was an amazing save.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it wasn't even a catch. It just... The base was sturdy enough to survive that, which is impressive. It just really... Was that a... I'm sorry, there was a node?
Yep, it was flying. I don't know where it was from.
That had to have come from his own base, that got launched across the map so hard that it ricocheted off of Eaton's base and bounced back.
Yeah, it came back.
I can't unsee that now. That was hilarious. ladies and gentlemen, give us a minute while we set up for the next round as we go into round 4 of Folium Veride versus Gunners United here in the finals of the Forts Pro League Season 4. We'll see if Folium Veride and Angry Eaton continues their path to victory, burning Gunners United
Forever.
out, or...
Forever Angry Eaton.
Yes, he is in eternal bloodlust.
Or will Gunners United manage to turn it around and take another victory over Folium Veride? Alright, looks like the players are ready and the match is made. We jumping into the action here momentarily. So hope you guys are excited because I know I am. Time's up, let's do this. And we're off to round 4. As here we have on the left hand side, in the blue, it is Team Gunners United, Der Benzin and Kriegsur. They're playing as the Hurricane Commander. This is a command I've actually really taken to in larger matches. Like, Hurricane is another generalist commander that does everything kind of sort of okay. But the boost to the fire rate of basic equipment, basic weapons, especially the gunners, makes it incredibly effective at anti-air, or at least disproportionately compared to normal. And this enables them to defend against things like howitzers and rockets more consistently in a way that is really, really, really nice. So I see Hurricane a lot in the larger matches, explicitly for that reason. But really the benefit of Hurricane is general build speed boost and the reload time reduction during the active ability. This makes it quite a good commander for every purpose. Wow, the timing on that was like same tick timing between Kriegsul and Der Benzin for placing in the heavy tech. Whereas on the other side, Team Folium Veride on the right hand side in the red, playing a little bit differently. They are the Warthog commander. We expect to see heavy weapons out of Eaton and Dranistian. Though their choice of weapons is slightly different between themselves. We have Eaton in the top fort going for its cannons, which it's going to be howitzers. It's always howitzers on this map. Whereas in the bottom fort, Dranistian will go for lasers. This is not a surprise. Both teams are doing the exact same thing. The builds are not going to be perfectly mirrored because Hurricane gives a flat construction speed bonus to everything, and therefore Gunners United will technically just be a little bit ahead, but otherwise their builds are equal. We see Dranistian getting EMP'd. Technically taking core damage, but...
Less than 1%.
Wait, that was Eaton's core that got hit.
What?
Oh, maybe Quicksilver found the angle.
Oh,
No, wait, that doesn't
maybe
add up.
it was
I
maybe AA.
Yes, it should have been the AA to get to 88.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. 2 MG bullets would do the trick.
That makes more sense. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. It coincided with the EMP hitting. I just didn't notice that it was Eaton getting hit. I thought Dranistian just took like 0.4%
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
damage.
It could have been possible as well, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, no, that
That's
was
what it
just
is.
Eaton getting dusted. Okay,
Coincidence.
it happens.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so this is why EMPs tend to go away once the snipers come out. As we saw both sides, that EMPs got sniped, and that makes them a liability. So that's not, you know, not pleasant, but the token EMP getting shut down by the snipers of both teams here. Otherwise, not dealing. Dranistian got set back a little bit, just a little bit, but not enough to make a meaningful difference here. Derbensian is unsurprisingly ahead of Eaton here in this howitzer rush, mostly because okay, yeah,
That is not
blood in the
good.
water.
Yeah.
That's and 55%.
Yeah, that is
Kriegsoul down
quite
to
the head
55%.
start.
Yeah, that's pain. So we were going to see Gunners United being ahead in the build order, but after that Buzzsaw Sniper combo, Kriegsoul loses the plasma. That will put Kriegsoul behind Dranistian in the laser rush, while Derbensian remains ahead of Eaton in the howitzer rush. Benefits of Hurricane. Get that faster build speed. Adds up real quick. Question is, will Gunners United fire the howitzer, or will they wait? I think they just have to fire it. Like they're not rushing it out, but I think they just have to fire it because it's gonna take way too long for Kriegsoil to get anything on the board to assist. It's just gonna be howitzer into 20 mil follow up, and there's really no other way about it. I think. They may wait to get a sniper on board and try to do some anti-air, snipe out some machine guns. I think this would be a mistake because doing so is just going to get you behind in terms of your opponent. Like if you're Hurricane, you generally want to be firing first because you can take advantage of that, but your opponent on the back foot. At least you don't threaten. Like otherwise you just get hit by your opponent's howitzer and that's it, as we kind of sort of see here. Whoa.
Shot.
Well, tit for tat, eye for an eye. Dranistian gets his own laser door sniped. A fresh EMP out of Dranistian, following Verida returned EMP. I do like the 20 mil as a howitzer defense. I just want to shout out, Eden opened the door to his howitzer and closed it, and immediately Derbensian, upon hearing the door opening sound, opened his own 20 mil and just sat there for a moment, waiting for the howitzer to fire. That was cheeky. Alright, we see machine gunners getting sniped by Derbensian. There's the howitzer. You see, that was a long time waiting. Howitzer on howitzer violence. 20 mil follow up. The sniper wars have once again begun. I'm not surprised. Especially at this caliber of player, the sniper wars are top tier. Sniper OP. Every time. The howitzer from Eaton doing a lot of damage here. Actually removing the 20 mil for Debensine. Debensine building another one immediately, but the loss of the first one's kind of heavy, kind of important. Rip EMP getting fire beamed. Ooh. Howitzer dropping down the Dranistian's level. That's a fair amount of damage. No
This
plasma
is a really
to follow
intense
up.
back and forth. I would have expected something else, seeing the head starts from either team.
Yeah. I think Gunners United is just playing very passively, and combo that with the early snipe out of Kriegsoil's plasma, and we haven't seen a lot of pressure onto Folium Veride. That said, the passive and rather defensive play from Gunners United has kind of mostly shut down Folium Veride's aggression. It's like Folium has been like on the spot with their weapons, constantly firing the howitzer, constantly firing their energy beams. And then Dranisian gets door sniped for it. And so that slowed him down a bit. So we have a kind of this kind of almost stalemate where we have death on all sides, but not enough to break anyone.
Oh.
Sorry, I was laughing because Dranisian sniped Eaton's gunners twice.
Oh yeah. The sniping thing are gone back and forth. It's just constant action. I've not been commenting on it because it hasn't stopped. Oh, is that it? There it is.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's the howitzer round we were looking for, and that right there is why howitzers are the always picked on this map. It is so very difficult to defend against them. At this range with a hanging fort, you get a spot to that particular part of the foundation, and it all comes crumbling down. And with that, Derbensine loses his core, merges with Kriegsoil's core, and now we have Gunners United. Well, there goes the snipe again, except this time just clean through an open, just blowing through the doors. Gunners United's final remaining core down to 10%. And that's it. That's game. As it burns the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, Folium Veride winning round 4 in this best of 7, going 3-1. Keeping them further in the lead. Well done. So, I suspected Folium Veride was going to be victorious. I am not surprised to see that they are this far in the lead. Gunners United has definitely given them a run for money. They've already taken at least one round off of them. So I'm hoping that we'll get to see even more. Let's go ahead and check out the instant action on the eliminations. This is where the howitzer just does incredible damage. Ripping the core off of its foundation, sending it into the abyss. And this is a way to go, because the fire beam burns, and it does 10%, it does a little bit more than 10% damage, just the burn effect alone. So the moment the core is ignited, there's no saving it when you have 10% health remaining. At least not without having a repair center nearby. Repair centers extinguish things faster.
Oh yeah, I expected this one.
Oh Lord have mercy. It begins.
I know the commanders.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost ready to jump into round 5 in this best of 7.
It could be the last one.
It could be the last one. We are at match point for Team Folium Veride. Gunners United must win every round from here on if they are to take first place in the Forts Pro League Season 4. So, things are about to get a little bit hairy. As this is potentially the final round. So this is going...
Yep.
Both teams are going to be fighting tooth and nail for this. And it's going to be on the Skylines.
Oh, yeah, right.
There could be a lot of things happening there.
Yes. Skylines is one of these unusual maps in that it is particularly... The co-op on death is particularly relevant because you can do some core ejection strategies that are more than simply powerful. I do have to wonder if we will see that. I imagine we will. But I do have to wonder how much. You can also just take share
if you don't want to kill core.
Yes. Yes. Prior to... In matches where we don't have co-op on death enabled, tech sharing is just kind of the standard. But we do have co-op on death enabled here, so it's... We'll see. I kind of expect tech sharing out of Eaton's side and co-op on death out of Jabensine Crean's. Well, if I were to bet, I would say tech sharing on Eaton on a Folium Veride, co-op on death on Gunners United.
Fair guess.
Alright. It is always possible to get both, but like, if I were to make a guess, I would say that's what we're going with. Unironically, that is one of the reasons why this map has been banned so many times, is it's just unusual. I do have to wonder how the players will implement their strategies this time. So this map, there's like 2 places that the players will commonly place weapons. 2 locations where they do their weapon boxes. You have just above the topmost core, and kind of sort of like below or in and around the bottom core. And the bottom weapons, the lower weapons, tend to not be able to attack upwards enough to hit the top core. And I do have to wonder, like, I've seen games turn on that, as in it'll be a case of, oh no, one team invested too much into the lower elements and now they can't shoot up and they lose the game for it. But also the top weapons also tend to break really easily. I think it's because the location of it is just somewhere between closer and just easily accessible. It's quite difficult to defend that location. I don't know what...
Okay, looks like everyone is ready.
To guess as to which teams will do what. But yes, the teams are ready, the matches are made. Let's jump into the action. And we're off. Ladies and gentlemen, here on the left-hand side in the blue, it is Team Gunners United. Kriegsul and Durbinstein are playing as the Scattershot Commander. Scattershot Commander known for the empowered 20 mil strategy. We're very likely to see some extra cannons and heavy weapons rush out of Team Gunners United, specifically the 20 mil variety. We'll be facing off against their opponents on the right-hand side. In the red, Team Folium Veride, it's Eaton and Drunistian playing as the Scattershot Commander. The Scattershot Commander known for cannons and the empowered 20 mils. And expect to see some extra kinetic firepower of the 20 mil variety. Yes, you heard that right. That is this is a mirror match for potentially the last match, the last round in this matchup. As we are currently on match points for Team Folium Veride. I haven't seen any obvious indicators of core ejection or tech swapping for that matter.
I mean, I guess Eaton is basically set up to have a munitions plan behind the turbine and take share.
That's what I was thinking.
Looks like Kriegsäule. Yeah, Benzin is. Yep.
There is our quick core ejection for Gunners United. Der Benzin
That's at least
is,
half of your guess correct.
Yes. But will we see tech sharing on a Folium Veride?
Nope. No.
No, I don't think so.
Just placed his munitions plans inside.
Yes. It is very difficult to tech share from that position. Very difficult to tech share from that position.
It's possible, but yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Watch him like attach a rope and just swing it down. Alright, so other than...
He will just trebuchet and...
just trebuchet it back up when you need it. Yeah, so we're not seeing tech share here. Both players have gone with the heavy weapons tech on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, they don't need to get both players to get for heavy weapons tech because they only have one base. They are slightly ahead. Gunners United is slightly ahead in the tech placement, the tech timing. They will have access to 20 mils before Folium Veride. We do see the weapons emplacement above Gunners United's core here, which will have 3 20 mils. Looks like there's going to be another weapons emplacement below what was once Gunners United core. And we'll have at least another array of 20 mils in it. I imagine it'll be the exact same thing for Folium Veride. You see across the way. Actually, it's putting it in the... Yeah, it's in the same spot. Same exact spot. So that's not a surprise at all. Again, Gunners United slightly ahead. Having the 3 20 mils placed to Eaton's 1. Oh, the buzzsaws. But no sniper follow-up means that 20 mils will survive.
For this round, yes.
Yes, for this round of the buzzsaws. The buzzsaws will reload and they will come with even more anger. You know, the triple 20 mil is coming online for Cannons United. This could be really bad for Folium Veride.
Because they already have basically their full commander charged.
Yeah, if Gunners United holds off on firing those 20s, gets buzzsaws, does some damage, they can open this at like the 5-minute mark with triple empowered 20. That could do a lot of damage. That's a core removing or game changing amount of damage. And there's the active charge. They have it. Where do they choose to send those 20s? So that's going to be a disgusting burst. Is they going for the weapons platform or are they going directly to the core? It's the weapons platform, which I think is the correct decision.
Door's not opening?
Oh, the door wasn't open. Oh no.
Ah.
But it's going to open in time.
To shoot still?
That should get it.
Yep.
It does.
There it is.
The delay on the 20 means they don't get both of Eaton's weapons here, but just taking one down
very
is
good,
a great opener.
Good shot. Yeah.
Very good shots.
Good salvo.
Now we're seeing the 20s being placed in a lower battery, the lower weapons array. So that will put Team Gunners United firmly in the lead here. Gunners United winning the sniper war as well. Empowered 20 mils for Folium Veride. Going for the weapons platform. I don't think that'll be enough here. Not quite sniper follow-up. No, it's not quite exposed, though close.
However,
Right
Gunners
hand.
United do have their active now.
They do. And they can retaliate quite heavily here. Which I
Yeah,
suspect
but
they're going to do right now.
There is a lot of defense now. This won't do much. The top ones? Yeah, the sandbags are good defense.
Very good defense. Oh, it's exposed.
Oh,
But not...
They do see it,
Maybe enough.
but
they do see it, but it's not
not
enough.
in time. Yeah. Oh, do they have a burst saw still?
They do.
Wow,
it's enough.
nice.
That was so good.
Dranistian's Team Folium Veride's lower 20 mil array is destroyed. That's actually really bad for Team Folium here. That will put, in this mirror match, that will put it 6-2 for active weapons.
Those 20s are punching.
But they hit so very hard when they're empowered. Alright, so
Now
now...
getting up to 6.
Yeah, Gunners United is going to have an incredible amount of firepower on the board. And Folium Veride is just kind of behind. This is gonna be really rough for Folium here, because they're playing the same commander, the same strategy, going for the same tactics at the same time, except it's not at the same time. It's just, they're just behind. So Folium Veride really needs to change up something, because going for the same path that they were going for this game means that they're just going to be Gunners United, but worse. And that's not how you want your strategy to be. You want a better strategy than that. Eaton kinda sorta keeping up, but Dranistian, with the loss of his weapons grid, is not gonna be there in the foreseeable future. I believe Dranistian knows this and is investing heavily into defenses, complete with energy shields. Commander ability active for Gunners United. Eaton's about to get pummeled again.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it.
Death.
Fortunately, they've already prepared a connection point. So, Eaton, after losing his core, is able to simply reconnect, regain access to all of his base. So there's no great loss here for Folium Veride. For Folium, right-hand side. But it's a sign of the times. That was only permitted because Gunners United could do so, and Folium couldn't do anything to stop it. So much 20 mil. Wow.
More Daka.
After all those projectiles, Fully Verida's remaining 20s just tank it all. They're alive. That's big. That's really big. That means Fulliam will be able to retaliate. Oh, one more shot. One down. Sniper follow-up. There it is. Gunners United loses 2 out of 3 of their cannons in their weapons array. Their upper weapons array. Now, this is big. This is important, but it still doesn't even the playing field here. Fulliam Verita still only has 320s compared to Gunners United, which is up on 5. So this is not even. Like, that was an important step for Fulliam to start making a comeback here, but
Oh, wow.
we still have Gunners United pretty firmly in the lead, especially after that last volley. Last volley removing, what was that, 3 mines?
No, 5, actually.
5 mines, yes. Removed 5 mines. So Fulliam is down on economy and down on weapons, and that's not changing in the near future here. Fulliam managing to take out another 20 mil, but it's costing them base components everywhere else. I think Gunners United has said, hey, we know you have weapons, we don't care, we're going for your eco. We starve you this way, we starve you out this way. It's particularly effective strategy. Yeah, with those buzzsaws trying to soften up the mine position, that is 100% the next target.
Top mines first, maybe?
It looks like they were going for the top mines, but the top mines are defended by shields. Fulliam Verita, I think, has definitely correctly understood that they need to be defensive here because they have neither the economy nor the offensive firepower here to match Gunners United, and they need to play differently. They are playing differently, with a lot of energy shields and an unfortunate hit to their energy production.
However, Gunners United have built 2 howitzers, and this will be painful soon.
Yes, the howitzers for Gunners United are going to be scary. And that could be a lot of damage. Howitzers don't respect energy shields just as a concept, so that will break through Fulliam Verita's defenses. All that means is that Fulliam Verita has a pretty short timer on how long they're going to be allowed to play defensive here. Now, of course, they know this, and they may not know that it's specifically howitzers, though I suspect that they are expecting howitzers. But defensive play like this always has a timer, because there's ways of breaking through every defense. It doesn't matter what the defense is, you have limited time. So yes, those energy shields are important. Yes, they have kept Fulliam Verita in this game. But that's not going to last forever. And that timer is running out now, actually.
Now.
Both howitzers coming
ready to be
online.
fired.
Once both of those howitzers land, it's gonna be a problem for Gunners United. I think both of those howitzers are probably going for the core, as
I would
Gunners
do that,
United.
yeah.
I was gonna say, because like Gunners United knows that that's going directly to the core. The shield doesn't break. Second howitzer takes out another mine.
Not going for the core.
Second howitzer goes for the weapons platform. I think it's a mistake. It really should have sent both of them in the same spot. That said, the howitzer to the 20 mils, it does a good job. It does what it intended to do. It
Good
broke open
value,
the front. At very good value. Gunners United Gunners United out for blood. They're getting it. Not quite enough to break through the energy shields.
Huh.
Ooh. 20 mil based anti-air. Foley and Verita falling further and further behind. They're just not able to keep up with the damage output of Gunners United. They haven't even been able to reconstruct all of their lost economy. It's just they're getting pummeled out of the game by raw kinetic firepower. The anti-air has come online, however. That will give them a little bit of space against the howitzers. Just a little bit of space.
Oh yeah,
There it
baiting
is, yeah.
for the door snipe.
And just like that, Foley and Verita has lost the last of their weapons. Gunners United. Quite a dominant performance here in round 5. Alright, this is getting the checkmate territory. I don't see a solution out of this Erfolium here. They're running out of the money. They don't have the money left in the bank to spend things. They don't have the income to refill their bank. It's just a matter of time before the howitzers actually hit those energy shields.
Oh.
Or finishes it out with a buzzsaw. That works too. Team Gunners United takes round 5. Well done. They get 1 more point added to their score. It is now a 3-2. Foley and Verita leads. Well played, well played.
Very impressive.
Yeah, that was pretty clean. That just shows the difference in... That just shows the power of co-op on death. Because it enables you to skip out on tech, like, entirely. It's like, oh no, we are 800 monies ahead of you because we didn't spend on multiple instances of the same tech. We could see what that looks like in the replay here. You get more money, you get more cannons, and you commit more violence via kinetics. Just the shotgun blast of 20 mil.
So satisfying.
It really is. It just doesn't get old. 20 mils is definitely one of my favorite weapons. Crunch.
Right, yeah, that was quite interesting. Buzzsaw snapped the right piece of wood there.
It did. And there we have it. All right. Well, that means we have another match. We have another round in our hands. 3-2, Foley and Verita leads as we go into round 6 in this best of 7. If this goes all the way to 7, I will be surprised, but very happy.
Yeah.
Didn't you say something about at least one of these teams expecting it to be a 4-0? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the match is made. The players are ready. Time's up. Let's do this. Off to round 6. Alright, well, we have the same commander choice for Team Folium Veride. So they'll be playing Scattershot once again. But Gunners United on Hurricane. So this will be another round where Gunners United will be slightly ahead of their build orders, but unlike the previous round where it was Hurricane versus Warthog. Warthog, was it? I forget.
It was Warthog, yes.
Warthog. Unlike the previous round where it was Hurricane versus Warthog, this time they won't be going for the same exact build order. It won't be a perfect mirror match. They're both heavy weapons rush builds, but Folium Veride on the right hand side, going with the Scattershot commander, will be building 20 mils. And so they'll have their weapons out earlier by virtue of the 20 mils just being faster to construct and cheaper. So I still do expect cannons and lasers for Gunners United. It's just they won't be out significantly faster. It'll be closer to the same each time. The lean, it happens. We don't have anyone mess it up this time. No one breaks their spine leaning too much. Token EMP on the board. Eaton gets slapped. That's a nasty shutdown.
Yeah,
So it
that's
shuts down the
decent
core
hit.
and the heavy tech. Oof. That's a you can't let that happen again kind of hit.
Yeah, this is bad.
Oh. Look at that hit. This EMP.
Juicy.
Very effective. There we go. Machine gun shutting that down. Surely we see a sniper out of Eaton here soon. Maybe it's because it's shooting at Dranistan. He's like, just let Dranistan deal with it. MG certainly coming in clutch.
Trying to find the angle. Oh, it could ricochet.
Wow. Hey, he gets it.
Hey.
Now the EMP is free to fly. It's gonna hit Dranistan again. Does
Deal
core
core
damage.
Wow.
Gets close enough to deal damage to the core. Shuts down the tech again. And the core. Which is even more energy shut down. Even more energy lost. Dranistan not quite defending it cleanly. Swing and a miss. EMP dodging Eaton's base entirely.
Sneaky. Another 10 seconds on this howitzer.
Well, there is anti-air on the board, so the howitzers coming from either team are not going to be completely uncontested. Although the anti-air for Folium Veride is not
It is insufficient for this bottom
that's
howitzer.
not- exactly. God, that EMP getting deep in there and shutting everything down. That's just pain. That's a lot of pain. Legion's like, no, stop it. Stop doing that.
Howitzer, how to shoot. Oh, this will be.
And-
Oh. Wow.
Oh, Dranistan, no. Well, At a proper cannon to clock timing, 5 minute on the dot, Trinistian goes down. Gunners United, with the Hurricane speed boost, just does a lot of damage. Wipes out one of the players in Falling Veride. Unfortunately, on this map, this is a map where you don't really get to reclaim your old base. You die, that's it. You're just down a player and a base. So, hop on the sniper there, Trinistian, because that's your life for the next 5 minutes. That's probably how long this match is gonna last. The howitz already aimed up.
Yeah, this is not looking good.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, shot. That was impressive.
Oh. And the sniper takes out the 20 mil. Okay.
This is tense.
It is. It is tense. It is tense, but it is trending so very hard in Gunners United direction. Howitzer flies uncontested. No real damage dealt. Oh dear. So, with the amount of firepower coming from Gunners United, at least available to them, I would expect Fallen Veride to have a really bad day here really quickly. It's worth noting that Gunners United has not really fired much. They're playing a little bit passive here. They're not applying a lot of pressure, and what pressure they're applying is being largely shut down. This is allowing Fallen Veride to add additional weapons and such, as we see here. The 20 is being placed. But if they line this up, they just eliminate. And they didn't align it. Yeah. Didn't quite make the hit. Whoa! That was close. Now the howitzer drops. What damage do we see here? Not much. Oh dear. Oh, that's right. Falling Veride is scatter shot. They haven't been able to do scatter
Yeah,
shot
you
things
almost
this whole
forget in the
game.
heat.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't been able to really use their weapons. Or do much for that matter. They've been shot so many times. Wonderful use of cannon for anti-air. And
Okay,
going for the
now?
core again. It ignites the core. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Wow.
That's
Wow, they
the,
came back.
That's the shot they were looking to make. Well played, Gunners United, tying it up. Ladies and gentlemen, the scores are tied. We have, it is now 3-3.
I had not
Winner
seen that
takes
coming.
all. Yeah, I didn't see this coming. The, that's a surprise to me. Gunners United evening it. Alright, well, we're going to the final round, the decider. Let's check out the replays while we set up the next round. The laser beam not quite focused. Howitzer opening up. And the laser beam is starting to pen through. And the blue beam overpinning the base and taking the core with it. A beautiful snipe. Yeah, that was effective. That's the way to do it. So now we are on to the final round. It is even, it is match point for everyone involved. The winner of this takes first place in the Forts Pro League Season 4.
Wins the great Alienware stuff.
Yes. Benefactor of Alienware. Alrighty then. We're almost ready here. If you guys need to stand up, if you guys need to get a drink, if you guys need to get a snack, now is the time to do it because we'll be starting this next match here in just a minute.
I thought this team was going to die, but they've clung on. Well, yeah, just this is going to be 10 or 15, and then I'm done.
Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are ready, because I know I am. Are you excited for this final round in the Forts Pro League? Win, lose, or draw, this will be the final round. Actually, I guess if it's a draw, it won't be the final round, but I don't think it's possible, reasonably possible to get a draw. The players are ready, the match is made, let's jump into the action. Time's up, let's do this. Benson! Alright.
Benson! Der Benson-Preisvergleicher!
Yes, that one. Alright. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we have it. On the left-hand side in the blue, it is Gamers United. Kriegschul and Der Benzin playing as the Warthog commander. Looking to see some heavy weapons on the board. They're playing against their opponents in the final match, the decider, the tie-break, in this best of 7. Folium Veride, once again playing a scattershot.
They really want to make this work.
They really do want to make it work. Does this mean that scattershot is the most strong commander of them all?
I guess out of the ones they haven't won with yet, and not the band's commanders either.
This is true. You mean to say that Firebird is stronger than Scattershot?
I mean, in 1v1 matchups, Firebird is really, really strong.
Yes. Alright, so we do see... it is going to be heavy weapons. I mean, unless they really want to go wild here. I expect to see heavy weapons out of everyone involved. The difference is that for Team Folium Veride on the right-hand side, it will once again be 20 mils for the 3rd time in a row. Whereas on the left-hand side, we expect to see a variety of weapons, probably a mix of cannons and laser beams. Will certainly be laser beams from Kriegschul, the top left player. We'll see here in a few extra seconds whether it'll be cannons or lasers from Der Benzin. It's gonna be swarm missiles. Okay, so I'm wondering if he's going to go for nukes, or if we are going to see laser tech from Durbensine, or cannon tech. I'm betting it's actually going to be nukes. You see a Warthog grade nuke into lasers. As once again, Eaton getting EMP'd. The token EMPs have been getting wonderful value. Oh, and it shuts down the tech again. Oh, it's devastating.
Really sad to see.
It is. Like, it's not that much damage, but it just slows it down by like 20 seconds.
Yeah, 20 seconds slowest.
That's pretty impactful in a match that's just this competitive, this refined. The players have optimized down to the seconds. 20 seconds is a big difference here.
It will make him get more eco in the meantime.
I mean, sure.
A sniper duel.
Eaton, how could you ever lose a sniper? Oh lord. Alright, so it will just be nukes out of Durbensine. Okay.
Small ricochet there.
It is so strange when you see a sniper ricochet off of wood. It can happen.
And under a gunner as well.
I know. Sometimes I forget there's like a pixel of a hitbox below the gunner's feet.
Yeah.
Same thing with snipers and pretty much everything else, but still. Ooh, the sniper getting the headshot.
Oh, wow.
Protects it with a sandbag, but that's scary. We will see double nuke out of Gunners United. Not surprised to see this at all. We're seeing a howitzer out of the front fort, the lower front fort, for Team Folinvride on the right hand side. Whereas it's just 20 mils and all 20 mils for Eaton in the top right fort.
Religion is being very careful there.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He's been the first one to die for quite a while. Far too often for his own tastes.
I'm not sure about this move there. Basically just gave Gunners United the active.
I mean, they gotta charge their own active too. Like, someone's gotta fire.
I wouldn't just shoot two 20s like there, but there. It is a choice. But like 2 empowered Warthog nukes and lasers, he doesn't have enough defense for that.
That's a lot of damage. Oh, with the buzzsaw to pen?
Fire beam wasn't ready.
I thought
And he takes it, he holds it.
That was very close.
That was very, very close. If the fire beam had been ready to soften it up for the plasma, I would have expected Drinistian to die there.
Oh yeah. And
Sniper follow-up.
sniper
You could do it.
misses once.
One more shot.
Got him.
Alright, fire beam goes down. Some damage in retaliation. Drinistian, I think, is going to armor up even more.
Oh yeah, he will need to, definitely.
We are seeing anti-air getting thrown around. Not quite early enough to defend against the incoming nukes. Uses 20s to help, but it doesn't stop it.
Plasma? No, he doesn't have the energy.
Empowered nukes, dude. They're so strong.
Yeah, basically napalm.
Basically napalm. No, that's Firebird.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Uh-oh.
What?
The core got yoinked out of the... That is... I don't think I've seen that before. Seen the core get yoinked out of the base and dragged forward. That's a funny way to go. Alright, those are some exposed.
Way to go as well, but...
It is. Alright, surely at least one of those goes away. And no, they defend it.
But now,
Howitzer comes in. I want to see that yoinking happen. We got it up in the action replay right now, but I want to see it again and at the end.
In
nice slow motion. Look at it. Just gets dragged out. Oh. Well, taking advantage of their moment of weakness, Folianveride has managed to pressure and destroy one of the nuke launchers, which will pretty much keep Dranistian alive. Oh, and the snipers. Not even heavy weapon requirement, just mass sniper play. Gunners United loses their last plasma. Uh-oh. So this is going to put Gunners United pretty heavily on the back foot here. The loss of the core isn't such a big deal, but the loss of the nuke is a problem. Especially when combined with the loss of the plasma laser. Because the plasma was the thing doing the real damage. Oh, that's it.
Oh, wow. Wow. And there it is.
That's it.
Angry Eaton.
Angry Eaton takes it all.
Off the back of playing a scatter shot until it works. Ladies and gentlemen, Folianveride. It did work this time. It didn't work the last 3 times. It worked this time. And it only needed to work once. Going 4-3 in taking it all the way to the end in the finals here. Ladies and gentlemen, Folianveride has taken first place. I want to see the slow-mo of that. Let's check that
And we
out.
say a lot about Eden, but Dranistian was a fantastic teammate as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, that is true.
This is the moment when Dranistian was very close to going away. Oh, down to half a metal strut between him and defeat. The way this thing just gets yoinked. Look at it.
Boing.
Oh.
It just gets picked up it just gets picked up. The leverage lifts the core out and pulls it
It's like
forward.
one of those wrestling moves,
amazing.
you know.
Yes.
Wow.
Sweet.
Well, that was a great matchup. Very happy with that.
Yeah, Taichu says good final. That's for sure.
Yep. 7 games.
Very, very well done.
Awesome.
Excellent
Awesome.
finale.
Yeah, well, thank you guys. That was just really well done, and really the whole season has been fantastic with some great play, great skill. Really interesting to see people take advantage of the co-op on death and the selecting your starting fort. So lots of interesting strategic stuff has appeared in this particular season. Yeah, no, it's been really, really good. Really good to see, and very excited for next season and see what Alienware is going to do with us, and see if they're going to continue to be involved. And yeah, that's going to be really cool. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for all your efforts in making this run nice and smoothly.
Oh, my pleasure. I am very, very happy to put these shows on. You guys know me. make sure to hit that follow button, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because we put this kind of content out every week. It's a good time for everyone involved. Speaking of which, we're going to be doing some community matches right after this, so make sure to stick around if you guys want more Forts action. And do you want to say shout out to Eaton, Jornistian, Creeksoul, and Durbensi, taking first and second place respectively. Respectively? And respectively.
Both. I think both are valid.
Both. These are not mutually exclusive. Congratulations,
awesome.
and I am very excited to see this. Like every time, I said it right at the beginning that I thought the finals here was going to be the best finals, and it was.
It was for
You're
sure.
right.
Very right.
Cool. Thank you,
It makes me
Incursus,
happy
and thank
every
you,
single
42.
time. And thank you, Nose. And thank
No
you,
worries.
especially the viewers, for being here, because this is what lets this happen. If you guys weren't here, we wouldn't be here. So thank you all.
Agreed.
All right. Do we have anything else to announce before winding it down here?
Yeah, we're just going to take a break from the FPL for a bit while we get things organized for next season, and we'll just be busy working on the game, and got some cool stuff coming up in the future. So, yeah, looking forward to the start of the next season, and in the meantime, hopefully everybody's going to have a nice break over Christmas and all that.
Yep.
Yes. Well, you know what that means. It's time for more community tournaments and other activities. So all these like AI tournaments and such, we now have an opportunity to run them. Now that the Forts Pro League is calmed down a little bit.
Yes.
All right, guys. In that case, have a good one, and I will see you guys on the other side.